have arrived on the battlefield, everybody. And let's see how far Dise can take this. His group was a little easier than most of the other groups, with Blade not showing up, so he got a pass there. Still finishing second against, or losing to Kraft, but winning over Ente. And Ente, of course, XlorD's teammate. Some tape to study for the Lord here. And Dise had some issues there already, and that should indicate that XlorD is the big favorite, but we should all never underestimate Dise.
Yeah, if Dise gonna play his best here, if these little mistakes that do creep in for him sometimes can be avoided, he can achieve great things here, absolutely. DK finds the Wisp at the beginning, and it's a battle for the last hit. Oh, cancels that coil here with the Moonwell. Somehow didn't aggro the creeps. How did that not aggro the creeps? I am very surprised.
No idea. Deep sleep.
And XlorD playing a pretty standard game here. Going for the ghoul build, of course. Backpack, so he wants to harass with the DK. Slow down the keeper and harass, or creep rather, excuse me, with the ghouls at the same time. Takes a bit of multitasking. But XlorD is usually pretty good at that.
Yeah, I think this also comes down a little to the potential semifinal opponent, right? Which would then be Foggy. So with XlorD, he has to work quite a bit. Wow, coils the skeleton. He has to work quite a bit, so he's not a full-time player. He has to pick what to practice, and if you play the standard style versus Foggy, you might have a decent shot as well. So maybe not the wildest stuff here.
It's pretty important to not lose too many Wisps here. If you do, you're gonna have trouble on tier 2 with the lore and the demon you have to make, because you also need to make, of course, the Hunter's Hall and the expansion. That's the plan, right? Keeper, solid creeping, solid defense, very good early game hero, and then you expand on the way to tier 2, and you get the expansion up later, and then it's mass Dryad time. That is the standard. Some people will try to be a little bit cute and play outside the norm. Dise will not. Dise will play the standard and will try to execute it as well as possible.
And XlorD already pretty aggressive, even though if it's only with DK and skeletons. He keeps the keeper away from creeping, he keeps him in his own base, and especially he keeps the keeper away from his own base, where Night Elves were diving so deep recently, hunting these acolytes, hunting these ghouls. There's a Nerup tower to prevent that. There is, of course, a staff on the DK as well. It's just causing more trouble, and XlorD is really good at causing trouble. Man, what is up with his Tree of Life positions next to the other Tree of Life today?
And he gets the cancel just with one Skelly and a DK. Maybe he should have tried to detonate against it. Gets another Wisp as well. This is not a good start for Dise. He's about to hit tier 2. He doesn't have an expansion yet. A tree, that is. And he doesn't even have a Hunter's Hall.
Wow. That's real bad.
It's mass air then, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe not by choice, ideally. I don't know, man. This is a flawless game by XlorD. Ruthless aggression, distraction, and maybe he is playing into the fact that Dise might be a little nervous on his biggest match in his career so far, and put him out of the comfort zone. Don't let him get into a rhythm. Just distracting and punishing him immediately. I think this game plan is working out real well.
Yeah, I think the problem here is the movement of the keeper and the efficiency. After the first 2 camps, you get level 2. That's normal, right? Then you can normally use the archers, go over to your green camp on your side, creep that, and also keep the Tree of Life that is coming up safe with your positioning. But what did the keeper do? He ran across the map, crept a tiny green camp, now another green camp. This is taking forever. He is finally gonna get level 3, but of course, the expansion was delayed by a good amount. Tier 2 is finished. Time for the second hero. Demon Hunter is the norm here, but we don't see it yet. Okay, there it is, and we do have the Hunter's Hall in the back, albeit somewhat delayed, but honestly not that much.
Okay, XlorD down to 50%. We'll go home now at 29 supply. He's getting the Lich, the Slaughterhouse. The tier 3 is already running. The ghouls are all healthy, despite creeping a little bit. Can an early game go a lot better than the one we've seen from XlorD here?
Not by much. This has been really, really good for him so far. I guess the experience is not too amazing. If the ghouls had cleared out the merchant as well and maybe something else and gotten the DK level 3, then it would have been perfect. As it is now, DK only barely level 2, and so that experience not looking too impressive yet. Once the expo is standing for Dise and he's got the mass dryads coming, it's still gonna be a playable game. But the thing is that it's just so much delayed.
It's gonna be a rocky road. Keeper is trying to find an opening now. Tech at 50-60%. There might be a chance, but XlorD Skeleton Scout sees it early. Got the finger on the ledge. Oh wow, he's so in position for this.
Yeah, nice game sense by XlorD seeing this coming. If you're harassing the archers and threatening a creepjack and the keeper's not there, you know something's fishy's going on. And most likely he's gonna try to kill acolytes. But no window given for that to occur. One more archer taken out. Keeper now staffs back. And now XlorD knows his main is safe. And now he can bring in the Lich.
Here we go. He's not that far away. And the Rock Golem is still up for like 60%. Lich is coming in. DK kinda low, but an End Snare on the Archer. Trying to counter it with an Entangle. Nova hits hard. Frostmourne hungers. And this is a lot of entry kills. DK's gotta run. Gets entangled again. This might be a TP. This is a TP. Lich gets more wisps, but not the Golem, I think. Oh, maybe he is.
4 archer kills though, and also a wisp, and the creeping slowed down. The Demon Hunter, 16 experience. How do you even get to 16 experience, actually?
It's a good question.
That's weird. What is that? I don't know. Doesn't seem to make sense with a Skelly. That's 12.
Is there anything
Weird.
that gives 32? And then divided by 2, you know?
Ah, yeah, that's a level 2 creep, I guess, right? That
I
should
think
be
so.
it then.
Sounds familiar. But you're like, I read on Reddit, you're the guy for the numbers, so
Oh yeah,
definitely
I heard.
have to ask you.
A player's forces are under attack.
True. Red camp attempted. Big item here to be grabbed up. The keeper is gonna try to prevent this, but against double statue heal, it's gonna be hard to do much here. Oh, trying to free the Ogre. Oh, that was nice. Good move by Dise, and I don't know. XlorD paying attention to the keep. Maybe should have just stuck to the Ogre Lord. Alright, he resurrounds him again. Coil Nova gets the big drop. Legion Doomhorn. Well,
Wah,
least I'm going.
Yeah, exactly. But for Dise, it was time to move the tree over, clear the camp, and tangle at 50%. This is, of course, later than he wants to have it. He's reapproaching. This Rock Golem was healed up by this High Priest. Out of mana. Busy troll. And finally gets stuff done. Finally gets a foot on the ground. Potion of Greater Healing, which is phenomenal. Coil Nova will always end up on the demon forever and ever and ever. So having a bit of healing is great.
it seems to be go time for XlorD. He doesn't have the supply capacity actually for that third hero. Needs to wait about 15-20 more seconds or so. Tinker or Naga. Naga is the fashion at the moment.
Yeah, nobody really plays Tinker anymore. I haven't seen it in forever. Maybe even dual hero. But it is the Naga 1-0 style.
And the Demon Hunter just barely getting level 3 in time. He needs one more creep. That was so important for him to get it. If he isn't level 3 in this defense, it's looking desperate. But he does get it. Just a split second before XlorD arrives. Nicely done. Demon Hunter low HP already. May have to use a potion here. Cold Arrow. Not activated yet. XlorD needs to fix that one. There we go. And that's the big healing. Gone already.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the start of the push. This was just a little bit of a creepjack. Tome, XlorD, hero of the Twitch chat, picks it up. And now, do we have enough Dryads? 56 supply. No orb. 1 staff. And an AP up. But the Engine of War is not in position. This tree looks attackable. Dise has to hold.
Oh, Keeper too far forward with the focus fire coming in. Staff is going to save him. I think that was a staff transfer. Nicely done. Dryads, of course, die quickly. Demon Hunter now somewhat exposed. DK no mana to use at all anymore. AP is still standing. XlorD could take it out pretty quickly, though. Wiz coming in for the repair, but there's not too many of them. Focus now being split between the AP and the Dryads. Destroyer, of course, still in charge of Dispelling. Gets that one against the Fiend, but the Fiend still goes down. Moro, I think, has been upgraded, but another Fiend will be falling. Moro actually not quite finished yet. It's just finishing in a moment. These 2 Fiend kills were huge for Dise. Demon Hunter needs to be very careful. Staff is there once again. How much Moon Juice do we have? Still a good amount.
I'm very impressed by Dice's hold so far. The thing is, XlorD kept the ghouls very far in the back to deal with the AP, and that prevented the Dryads from shooting at them. So they're like little wrecking balls for buildings now. We see it at the Entangled Goldmine trying to repair. It's for free. Focus fire on the Dryad. Should be enough to kill him, and now Burrow is finished. Nova again on the Demon Hunter has a potion very well prepared. Also, Dust against that Burrow holds on to the Entangle, but doesn't have too much income at the moment. Another Dryad dead. Naga at 50%, so it's the Demon Hunter who's kind of surrounded there. Keeps the Fiend alive with the coil. He can't move. Has to move now. Demon Hunter, staff out.
Using the dust before the staff, that was nice. It's nighttime again now, by the way, so Moonwell's regenerating once again. But at the moment, there's no juice in there. Going for another heal potion. That one also now on cooldown. Dise just barely has enough healing for now.
Night Elves with an open bar here. One potion after the next, but it's getting cold. He wasn't prepared for that anymore. The staff was off cooldown, and XlorD takes map 1.
No funny business in that game. Just a straightforward push after the Night Elf has expanded. We've seen that time and time again. But this was certainly far from a perfect game for Dise. The Keeper in the early stages took forever to get that level up to 3, and especially the Tree of Life was pretty damn late, making it so safe next to his main tree, and XlorD still finds it, still cancels it. The DK may have been low level for a long time, but he got the level 3 when he needed. Before the big push, he crept the lab, got the level 3 there, also got a valuable invul potion, and XlorD, he lost absolutely not a single unit in the early game, right? So he was able to go for that push with 60 supply. That's a big army, that's pretty scary. It was well defended by Dise, but he just simply didn't quite have enough. Of course, with the Mass Dryad style against Undead Tier 3, you just simply need to have more than them.
Todd, your impressions on game 1?
I'm impressed. XlorD, like the initial snipe on the tree is almost like outrageous. It's literally 1 Death Knight and 1 Skelly. Who even checks in the back of the main base? That must be something that happened recently in a game of Dise that he studied, and he was like, oh, he's gonna do this again. Gets to cancel, and then that Creepjack on the right-hand side, he kills 4 archers out of 4. And then the camp is not even finished because of this. And Dise was already in a rush because he was setting up the expo at the same time. So that kind of messed up his entire game plan. Dise started falling behind, and then it just gets finished off by a tier 3 timing from XlorD. Rough start for the Russian player here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's not how you want to start into your first quarterfinal on a big stage. Under constant pressure, never getting into the groove. Has to restart the series basically with a fresh mind on the next map that is Tidehunters.
He needs to find his mojo. Yeah.
Okay, Austin Powers.
And as we saw earlier today in Asia on this map, Tidehunters, a fast expansion is very much playable. When 1-0 did that against the XlorD first, against the Demon Hunter first, it worked really, really well. But we know that Dise is going to play Keeper. He's going to play it every single time. It's the most solid strat to go for. And I guess here it could be dangerous. With a 1-0 lead, XlorD can dare to do something. He experimented a lot with different expansion timings, right? Thinking back to previous DreamHack games. He also tried the tier 2 expansion, the tier 1 expansion. But at the moment, the push seems to be fashionable, seems to work out well. And after that game 1, maybe it's just going to be time to see more of that.
Dise seems to have the same connectivity issues as Happy had before. Might have a moment here to talk about this. Or we just stay silent. Want to talk about nets and try thingies again?
You see, it fascinated you just as much as it fascinated chat. Gladiators, truly one of the iconic.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
Neo's gonna binge watch a bunch of like Roman Empire TV shows and documentaries later, just trying to inform himself on those little combat things in the Colosseum.
There's this HBO show called Rome, which is really good, fittingly called so. Yeah, Dise Something's going on today with the connections. We've seen it from multiple players. Of course, we want to have best condition for everyone. This is not going to be another 3-0, guys, right? This can't be. 4 3-0s in the quarterfinals, that will be a bit too much.
To be honest, the way it started, I could kind of see it, but I also respect the comeback ability of Dise. If he's not mentally shattered now, which I don't think he is, he definitely has the skills to threaten XlorD a lot more than he did on game 1. Just has to bring his A game.
Maybe we have to sacrifice the quarterfinals to get good semifinals and closer ones.
But
You
isn't
guys
it?
are always like superstitious and stuff, like calling out jinx. There's always talks about this. In StarCraft, it was actually so many times the case where, like, if you get amazing quarterfinals and semifinals, guaranteed the grand finals is a bop. That, like, the games are going to be super one-sided.
But if we sacrifice the quarterfinal for a good semifinal and then have a good semifinal, don't we also sacrifice the grand final to not be a good grand final?
Excellent question. I don't know, actually.
Well,
I'm not
last
an
season, the
expert in
semifinal.
sacrificial series.
Last season, the semifinal between Foggy and Johnny Cage was amazing, right? And then the grand final was as well with Foggy bringing Happy to the limit. Where, how long was that grand final? Like 3 hours or something. That was pretty damn crazy.
It was one of the
And-
best we ever had. Like, the entire fall season was one of the best we ever had.
And once again, Foggy and Happy are on 2 different sides of the bracket. Fortunately, I guess they're not meeting in the same half and won't have to eliminate each other early. And maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, but it does once again seem like the collision course between Foggy and Happy has been laid. It would be the 3rd time that this would be occurring consecutively. And yeah, XlorD and Dise and Hawk are going to try to intervene right there. But can they do it? I don't know.
What's up with the CIS region doing so well in Europe, by the way? It's crazy. Like, they could have 4 players. Doesn't XlorD also have some origins, I think, from... I don't remember from where, but I think he speaks Russian as well, no?
I think Ukraine.
Yeah.
But Remo, you're his best friend in the history of Earth, so maybe you can enlighten us a little bit here.
I thought he was from Russia, or, well, his parents and grandparents were. But maybe Ukraine? I thought Russia, though. But definitely from Eastern Europe, from CIS. That's true. He moved here, I think, when he was young. Started playing, by the way, with his brother, but quickly overtook him and overtook the rest of the German scene. Of course, XlorD, not the oldest player necessarily that we have in the scene, but he's been part of the scene for a long time. He was already really, really strong as a young kid. Started playing the EAS, which was like the Meisterschaft 2nd division in Germany back in 2008 or something, when he was 14 years old, and he couldn't ascend to the first league because he was too young. He had to wait until he was 16. He was placing first place over and over, had to wait until he was 16 to be able to be allowed into the highest league, and then would also do very well there. I think he won 2 championships.
3.
I think, you're the one too.
3
Right? 3.
ESL Pro Series, 3 ESL Meisterschafts. And if he wins this season as well, he is the record winner. And now here comes the trivia question, Remo. What was the nickname of XlorD's brother? Yeah. I guess you know the first...
Wait.
Yeah,
It was also something with X, right? Didn't
That
it also
is
start with X?
correct. So what replaces the Lord in the nickname? Twitch chat,
don't-
do you
I
know?
don't-
Without
don't
looking it up, did you watch Theory Craft? The interview with Carson that XlorD did a while ago? Todd, do you know it?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
Remo, you give up? Or are you looking at... Are you trying to type
no,
Remo, you're a terrible
Wikipedia?
friend, by the way. You don't know this. You don't know where he's from. Like, what do you know about XlorD?
I know that
Listen.
Yeah?
Listen, I know enough, all right? I would have
That's
said
true.
something like X Beast or something, but I don't know.
Dude, you had 2 letters correct. It's X Blood. Close enough.
X Blood. All right.
Very important trivia question. You know, Remo knows all the data of WarCraft, knows all the timings, knows all the meta, knows everything that goes on the battlefield. I'm more of a historian myself, you know, reading Wikipedia every single day.
The self-proclaimed Warcraft historian.
No. That's Demon. That is X3 Demon. Nobody beats this guy. It's crazy. Like recently he found some results of WarCraft 3 beta tournaments or something and put it on Wikipedia.
That's the most demon thing ever, dude.
Like for real,
Oh
like
my
this
God.
Second Warcraft 3 tournament ever, I found it with Wayback Machine, and then he got the results like to get the esports earning to like as precise as possible. Demon is a freaking gem. Same goes for Stoker, Pensitanel, and everybody else who works on Wikipedia. I don't know how these guys find the results, but I think sometimes they are the unsung heroes. We praise War3 Champions a lot. We praise Jim a lot, War3 Info from time to time as well when we look up stats. But man, what would we be without Wikipedia?
Yes, Stoka, the goat of tag teams. Updating daily, like every single little detail, like team names and players. It's really nice to have like a database, like something you can look at instantly and know everything about like scheduling, maps, like any details of tournaments. Which makes it all the worse when somebody in chat asks about this question, like when is this guy playing as this guy? It's on Wikipedia, guys. Just Google it.
Just Google it. So let's see if Twitch chat was right. X-Demon? No, not really. X-Ray? No. Extreme? No. Well, that would be such a 2000 thing, though. X-Boy.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. Do you remember X Dinosaurs?
Dude, I watched.
The cartoon when we were growing up?
I'm not saying that I had one or two of these figurines, but I had one or two of these figurines. Also, Biker Mice from Mars, man. I was I was deep into that. So we're killing some time here because Dise has issues reconnecting. He is in touch with the admins, so it's just a matter of time. But if you want to refill your beverages or grab some new snacks, now is the time.
Very unfortunate timing for Dise. Hopefully he gets it all sorted. Something with the modem, something with the router. That would be so unlucky. Imagine the big tournament, probably the biggest tournament of his whole career. And if now the internet starts messing up, that would feel real bad. If this was Todd, he would already be on the phone with the ISP. You better know that.
Oh, man.
But they already would have fixed it because of that, so...
I feel like Vodafone is really scared at you. Like the entire company has your phone number blacklisted.
Nah, they love me.
Everyone does. That's right.
How?
A customer who
Couldn't
expects
you?
quality when he pays the price for it. Who would have thought, you know?
Where does Dise live? Does anybody know? Like in Russia?
So I did a little table with all the pings of the players for the War3 Champions season finals, and he's pretty close to Hawk and Happy. I guess
In
Moscow.
Moscow.
I guess Moscow. But Hawk is Alexandria, right?
Alexandria? Didn't even know that was a city in Russia.
Alexandrov. Sorry, Alexandria is the one with the lighthouse. Yeah, Todd. Okay, you want to laugh at me?
To be fair, there's a ton of Alexandrias. In fact,
See?
Alexander the Great founded like 20 different cities, all called Alexandria. That was also a smart.
Yeah,
move.
sure. And Happy lives in Moscow, New Jersey.
Okay, Todd. He who wants to revive grunts with the master upgrade from Spirit Walkers.
Oh my god, dude. It's Alexandria. Like, don't even try to get out this one.
Alexandrov, Alexandria. It's basically the translation just to Russian.
Close enough.
Close enough indeed. People know what I mean.
You know, it may not be Moscow, but it still certainly is big enough to have a nice, good gym.
Correcto. Dise is back, by the way.
Let's go, champ.
Hells yeah.
Hopefully
Alright.
everything is
Seems
all
like
right.
the players are ready, and so are we. It's time for Dise to bring this back.
Sweet little break for XlorD, of course. He can bask in the glory of game 1. Think he had a little snack in between. Of course, super stressful for Dise. Losing the first map, then having to deal with internet issues. Not the best conditions, I guess, but hopefully the condition for his connection is better now. We move on to map 2. XlorD with a 1-0 lead now on Tidehunters. Damn, Todd was laughing so hard he disappeared from the frame. Good that he has fun. Good that he has fun.
He's gonna be back. He does not want to miss this one. Question is, are we gonna have the big underdog here, Dise making it through? Or Todd's best friend in XlorD? Can punch the ticket right now.
Shout out to him.
So far, so standard, right? XlorD in upper left-hand side, right color. I don't expect anything fancy. I don't expect a Warden, really. He could throw curveball, but this should be keeper all the way.
It does seem like this is the map. Like, if XlorD's gonna fast expand anywhere, it should be this one. This is a really good map for it, as the Night Elf doesn't have mercs to make use of, doesn't have easy level 3, can't harass you instantly too well. Since Echo Isle is vetoed, which is also a very good fast expo map, this is the best one, but it doesn't seem like that's XlorD's style at the moment. As mentioned previously, 120 still loves to mix it in every now and then, but he's the only one of the top bandits who still seems to like this style against Night Elf.
A player's forces are under attack.
Creep starts, XlorD with his acolytes almost as good as last hitting as Happy is, stole tons of experience. But Dise should make sure, like everybody should make sure that this is not happening. He's threatening, he helps Dise a little bit, getting back into the series.
Sees the keeper, confirms what he was certainly expecting. Yeah, the new meta is to pull out the creeps and just buy a few seconds to slow down the keeper just a little bit. Especially pull the creeps away from the Ancient of War so the creeping doesn't happen as fast. And the DK seems to be playing the same as map 1. Be aggressive right away and then go for backpack, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Backpack and creep up the ghouls in a little bit. And especially on Tidehunters, there's so many camps you can creep with ghouls solo.
Ghoul solo or a coil and a couple of skeletons. These turtles are just begging to get hit by the bone swords. Same goes for Treants, I guess. So he's checking the base. What's going on here? Are you teching already? Can I destroy your wisps without you being able to remake them? It looks like Dise is in a good position to just defend this.
Yeah, the claws is certainly a nice start for him as well. Tech starting on both sides. Dise with a nice little lead this time. Takes out the Acolyte, and that is level 2. Treants over at the green. And yeah, it's a good start for our Russian player.
Yeah, definitely a lot better than concealed. Level 2 unlocked, as he said. Skeletons and DK can also creep this one away. So the next item goes to the German. Gloves of Haste. Lich is happy about that. Ghouls are moving out. And they find the Expo.
You're gonna see it right away. The skellies are there. Not quite looking at the moment.
He's
Now he is. Oh.
Busy with the archer. One more hit and a coil. Schwap. And there's a corpse. And there's no wisp nearby.
The fact that the keeper isn't here, though, XlorD must know he's walking across the map. Can he get the entangle? That's a lot of ghouls.
Goes around. He has a staff. Can he save that Expo? He's staffing on that Expo. Wisp came in. And no way. He's actually holding this.
Very important. This time he's going to have a much faster expansion than on map 1. And yeah, this map is definitely a bit easier. Good positioning here with the Tree of Life. And he had a Wisp ready to detonate. Ever so important, yet many players do still forget it. DK does get level 2. Ghouls out now. Solo creeping. That really is a lot of ghouls. How many do we have here? 7 ghouls. Nothing else so far.
Staff's on cooldown. The right-click damage of the Keeper is great with the Mantle. XlorD trying to disrupt this creeping as much as he can, even sacrificing another coil to create some space here. That is a lot of moon juice he has to use. He's above the threshold though for a coil kill, so that's fine. But only for level 1. Gloves of Haste on the upper side as well, far away from level 3. Who's gonna get this experience here?
Did he get triple gloves? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, triple gloves. Alright, better than triple ring, I guess, but not the best items. Keeper, on the other hand, got perfect items. Excellent start for him. We see the Demon Hunter coming once again, and we're gonna have the Dryad, the standard. And this time it's gonna be harder, I think, for XlorD to have that powerful push that we saw before on map 1.
Buys the claws in happy fashion. Close to level 3. I think XlorD's still satisfied with this, right? Like, yeah, not the greatest delay, but there was a delay. There's definitely damage done. There's archers killed. And he didn't lose anything. The most important thing for XlorD here, defending this keeper dive. He did that. Now waiting for the ghouls to heal and then accelerate his play.
Ledge gonna be greeted with a lot of great items right out the gate. Keeper now on level 3, gonna run across, still has that tele staff available. I should say available again. 90-second cooldown really isn't all that long. Would love to take on an Acolyte here. You could even steal some items maybe. Well, now the Lich is out though. Narrow tower in front as we've seen it quite often.
Oh, he can...
He wants to get these items! But the ghoul picks it up.
Man, that would have been something for Out of Warcraft for sure. Right clicks! Man, these ghouls are ready for the task.
Alright, again a clean defense by XlorD. Having lost not a single unit this whole game, but also Dise with a better early game. He got good items, he got the Keeper 3, and he got the Expo about to start mining. But the next thing that you need to accomplish is Demon Hunter level 3. How is he going to do that is the next task.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, because this is also the first time where XlorD is really moving out with Coil Nova. Wouldn't be too surprised if he pulls the ghouls anytime soon, but he wants to keep them healthy and alive as they are, for the push against the tree. It's a tough decision to make. For Dise, it's about DH levels and Dryads.
I really like the attack speed. Not bad.
It's a lot of
Big
attack
mana
speed.
potion.
Happy item hack, eh?
Well, I think the triple gloves is not exactly perfect, but yeah, looking good. Starting to look quite powerful here. First statue is out, second statue coming after. Tier 3 about to finish. Frenzy, Destroyer, Orb, and then question is go time or expansion. Seems like the go, the push is definitely what XlorD has been preferring. And this Demon Hunter needs to hurry up.
Yep.
Level 2.4, that's not enough.
But where? Like, do you want to go to the lab when your opponent is so close? He's giving him the Merchant, delaying it a little with the Keeper. But Dise decides to brawl, right? He doesn't take another camp.
He stole the Invuln as well. The Demon Hunter not gonna have the Invuln potion. That's a big deal. Coil Nova used. I think that's worth it to get the big creep here.
Yeah.
He knows how important this experience is for the Demon.
100% agree. Item is not the greatest, but it's all about the experience here.
Oh, the turtle. Could snipe it maybe with the coil.
As long as there's vision, yeah. Demon Hunter can't really burn. He's constantly blocking himself.
XlorD doing this nicely. Very patient, as he oftentimes displays.
Yeah, it feels like XlorD is rather super aggressive or super patient. Like there's most of the time not much in the middle. Here we go, Coil Nova, more right clicks. Can easily afford that because, you know, statue regen and all. And the Demon Hunter does find the time for the Rock Golem. And now all Dise fans around the world, thumbs pressed, knock on wood, pray for Rune Bracers. Damn, you guys are good. I'm not too sure if I lost Mr. Remo Demo along the way.
And I'm back. Discord
Yep.
short little howdy who.
Yep.
You started talking about prayers, he immediately went into
Circuit of nobility. Indeed, Dise. He has to hold this. AP is ready, but no Moonwell here, no shop, nothing. The Dryads are flanking, trying to prevent the retreat maybe, but before XlorD retreats, Dise has to do some damage. Getting a couple of Dryads blocked here, but not really killed. This one's 100% dead in the mosh pit though.
Oh, keeper in trouble. Coil could be dangerous. Has to use the heal scroll.
Oh my
And
god!
the heal potion. Wow, nicely done. Transferred. He had 3 heal pods.
Yeah, the items definitely mismanaged. 3 heal pods on the Demon Hunter. On the other side, Talisman here, and now he needs heal pods on the Keeper, but there aren't any left in stock. Dise seemed a little nervous and overwhelmed.
That might be the AP falling. The ghouls, of course, doing good damage here with the normal right clicks. Ancient of War coming in from the middle. That could be a good help, I guess, but the AP is gone. 56 supply, or 52 rather. 4 XlorD still left. 54 only for Dise, especially the archers die real quick.
Yeah, seems to be too much again. Dise is checking. Okay, there's no counter expansion. I just, quote unquote, have to hold this. He's still at 50, replacing these archers with dryads. As I said, more and more dryads. He does have Dispel, but doesn't use it yet. Naga by XlorD now tries to put some pressure on her, but so far it's all for the undead.
Statue almost taken out, but not quite yet. Demon Hunter finds himself in a surround. There must certainly be a staff for him. Invul potion to the Naga. With that, she's safe. The staff is there as well. Keeper now in serious trouble, but there was no mana for Nova at least. Big mana potion on the DK still available. How valuable is this item right now?
Incredible indeed. XlorD continues with the push. Frenzy ready, of course. Destroyer upgrade ready. Lich not level 2, but what a damage dealer he is. Can he hold this? Dise trying to get as much HP back as possible. Sells as much as possible. He doesn't have a potion, but there's also no Coil Nova ready.
Next strike goes down to level 4 for the DK. Has the mana for the Coil. Could have used it. Slightly missing that one. And the Dryad's just going down way too quick. They don't have any armor upgrades, Neo. They die so fast to this focused fire. At -4 armor, they fall like flies. No statue here at the moment for XlorD, however. But it's coming. Naga getting focused, but if she dies, I don't even think it's that bad.
Not really, no. More experience for DK and Lich. Lich got level 3. More and more Dryads are falling. All I see is fiends no matter what. And the Keeper is not looking too healthy either. If only had the Talisman of Evasion, would have probably dodged a couple of shots, but that Fiend shot gets him. And that is Dise living on a prayer. Not that anymore. And XlorD 2-0.
Kind of crazy this Keeper died at the end, by the way. That was like the last shot from afar. And wait, what just happened?
I don't know.
What?
What?
Did XlorD just... Were you watching the camera?
A little bit?
He spat his bubble gum.
What?
In front of him. Yeah, you guys missed that. Oh my god, I had to go back and rewatch this. I'm like, what is going on? And then immediately he looked around. He's like, what did I just do? Like, what did I do that?
Is someone watching? Someone watching? Just thousands of people, XlorD. But man, if you're one step away from a DreamHack semifinal, I think that is allowed. Well, guys. Things don't look too great for Dise. He needs to turn the series around. Otherwise, we have 4 consecutive 3-0s. Getting robbed of more and amazing games. Dise is getting closer, but XlorD still very, very dominant, if you ask me. 3 minutes, and then match points for the German. 3 match points for XlorD. A very familiar sight right here. Dise doesn't seem to have the weapons to defend the XlorD pushes.
He doesn't have a trident.
He doesn't have the nets. That's it. Doesn't have the tridents and the nets.
Is that the reason, boys? is that the reason? All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. The early game there looked good. Maybe he needs to be a bit more patient. Like, stand between his 2 bases. That's something we've seen from Foggy and Moon, especially. You build the big Dryad army, and then you don't commit in too early. You use the D-mana, you throw mana burns a couple of times, you staff him out, you buy time. 2 more Dryads, 2 more Dryads, 2 more Dryads. Maybe that is something Dise should work on, along with armor upgrades. But yeah, it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. But in the end, XlorD always closes it out, seemingly.
He is a very good undead player, one of the best in Europe, and he shows it again. Might be the second undead in the semi-final alongside Happy, of course. We have a human in Hawk, and we have a night elf in Foggy. Who Dise with his back against the wall? How does he deal with this situation? It's not gonna be too easy, of course. It's gonna be a rough rest of the series for him. Can't make any mistakes anymore. Is his comeback starting on Autumn Leaves? We'll see about that. Well, Remo. What are the odds that we start the turnaround now?
They are definitely there. Don't know that I can quite place them. Of course, it's going to be hard, but Dise has beaten the best in the world before, especially on ladder. Todd mentioned it earlier. Was able to beat Happy quite a few times, and if you can beat Happy, you can also beat XlorD, but yeah, you still have to play an excellent game. It is the Keeper again. It is the DK Ghouls again. Not much room for wild experimentation here, it seems, Neo. Just standard.
Yeah, he probably tried to perfect this build instead of learning another one with a Demon Hunter first, or even a Warden, which requires such a different skill set. No, it's the norm. Couple of phone calls with Coach Neutron maybe, but so far doesn't really work out. And there are signs of nervousness, especially on map 2, like the item distribution, 3 potions on 1 hero when they all share the same cooldown. An evasion item on a hero that has evasion already and where it doesn't stack. No, these can't make these mistakes against XlorD.
I was really impressed with how XlorD was able to keep his own base safe, creep up in the early game, and then still be able to pressure with just with statues and heroes. And I tripped up there because the Engine of War stole the last hit, right? Oh, yeah, he did. And it's a ring to start with. Oh, boy, this is not off to a good start for Dise.
You know what, man? I'm the man of silver linings here. A lot of room for improvement now.
And across the map, XlorD also gets a wisp that was not detonated. A bit more experience for him. He can move across already. He got the claws, which is wonderful for him. And the ghouls can give him level 2 easily at the green.
Okay. Easy as you say. He's moving over already. You gotta be careful with the purges. And he is. A little bit of stop commands there, I guess. Level 2 for the Keeper. XlorD can't steal that. Detonate gets off as well.
And XlorD committing a lot of his hero's resources here. Out of mana, kind of low HP. And, you know, as rough as the first couple of seconds looked, this might mean that there's some freedom here for the Keeper to do some things and not get annoyed. DK also still far away from 3. Do we have backpack on the ghouls? We don't, so XlorD can't just send them out too easily, creep, and pick up those items.
All about the staff goes to XlorD, and having a Keeper you really want to harass now, but if you don't have the staff, you don't get out of there too easy. XlorD, not even a Naruk tower, man. He's skipping quite some corners. No backpack, no Naruk. He's living a dangerous life.
Yeah, that's really greedy. He has no eyes on the Keeper right now. Keeper could absolutely be walking across the map, get the staff there, and attack into the undead base.
Isn't
He's still not upgrading it. Wow.
That takes forever though, no?
Yeah, I mean, the Narrow Bolts takes a long time. Maybe he trusts in the possibility of the DK staffing back, calling the Acolyte, saving it. But he's out of mana, actually. Oh, he
Players'
finds the
forces
tree.
are under
This
attack.
tree must not be cancelled.
Even the Acolyte is helping, but XlorD denies. Not a single point of experience shall go to the Keeper. Here comes the Wisp, but there's already a split. Don't want to detonate for one Skelly only, but maybe you have to. I don't think so. So, Dise saving his game and his tournament life here.
A town is
All
under
right.
siege.
That wasn't too bad. Dise wants to keep creeping over here at the new orange camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kind of a hard camp, though.
Yeah.
It packs a punch.
Ah, Remo, he got Treants, he's all fine, he can tank a lot. But yeah, you're right, the Enforcer and the Null Overseer, both not to be underestimated. And it feels like his Hunter's Hall is kinda late again. Oh, he has no mana anymore. That was, let's call it ambitious, but you know, he can got a mana potion for it.
Dude, this Enforcer does so much
Forces are under
damage.
attack.
He is a strong boy. I mean, you don't call him Enforcer without a reason. He's gotta be strong to enforce.
Yeah, he was enforcing those archers right there. This
Oh.
takes a lot of moon juice to heal up. This Keeper is gonna... He's a very thirsty boy. Good thing they're pretty much full to the brim. We have the Demon Hunter coming again. It is the standard as we expected. But daytime is about to hit, and then there's no more moon juice region.
Still have a staff on the DK, who took a couple of hits here as well. XlorD with the Slaughterhouse, Lich, simple and standard build, just as we've seen before. Now there's the staff on the Keeper. Does he have something to staff onto? Yes,
Yeah.
he does. Signature Dise move. He's displayed this a couple of times before. And XlorD has the staff home, does so. Is he in time for the coil? I don't think so. Close. Trying to get us around now. Doesn't work either. Big move for Dise. This was only one kill, right? But it has such a huge impact.
Players' forces are under
Yeah,
attack.
this is gonna end up being very expensive in gold. And that narrow tower may have not prevented the Wisp from getting into the base, but it would have been further away from the Acolytes. And would have given XlorD more time to staff in, perhaps, fast enough. So not upgrading the narrow is pretty damn greedy, gotta say. Now, of course, it's too late, because Tier 3 is about to finish. But yeah, this is gonna cost him. And this is the first real lead I think Dise has had this series.
Look at D, Entangle, right clicks. Demon Hunter's looking strong as well. Oh, mana burn kill. Okay, now we are talking, Remo.
That's a big mistake. I guess he thought mana burn wasn't quite going to be enough, but it sure was. Trying to go for the Tavern Revive, that's more resources. Oh my god, it's going to take XlorD forever to get to the 50 supply, and with that, the option to go for that timing push.
Not too bad. Expo starting to run soon for Dise. XlorD wants to prevent the Demon Hunter from creeping again. Loses an Archer here, but it's always 125 mana. And Keeper tightens the screws. Just a couple of right clicks. More. Has no TP anymore, but staff, and he knows there's no mana. There's no statue nearby. This is comfortable now for the young Russian.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, this is what Dise was hoping for. Finally, a good game for him. Big lead now. That DK kill plus the Acolyte kill, absolutely huge. Looking at the gold mines, it's a 300 gold difference. Plus the Acolyte that had to be made, so almost a 400 gold harass. Very, very good. Especially when the Undead has to go for crisp timing if they want to be aggressive. I think XlorD has to try to expand in this game. I don't think a push is going to work.
Well, let's see if he's listening to you. Remo and XlorD not too far away from each other. If you scream loud enough, he might hear you. Wanna try?
Absolutely not. I don't think that's going to be very, very well received. Bit of harass here again by XlorD. He's got a Nova in a moment. Oh, but doesn't make it the last hit.
Oh man, a little unfortunate for sure. Invis Keeper, sneaky Dise.
Yeah, that's really cool. When XlorD walks across the map either to creep or for the push, then the keeper can again go for the acolytes and staff out safely. Healer ward's, by the way, amazing. When the demon is staffed out and there's no moon juice left, he can set up the healer ward, bathe in it a bit, and heal up again.
Oh, he goes into a safety position. Has the staff ready, knows that XlorD is moving out. Here we go again. Entangle and Tree and Taraz. It's been very, very fashionable for Night Elves to do that for the past couple of weeks. Oh, these treants are stuck now, though. But at the same time, he's harassing on the left-hand side, creep checking.
Yeah, really cool. That should be an easy ghoul kill or two. Could have also gone for the fiends, but those seem to be getting away. But 2 ghouls certainly falling. Probably rather 3 if he targets. Oh, yeah, nicely done. Really good play here by Dise. There we go. That's what you want to see. With the keeper, you want to get in some sneaky kills early. You want to get ahead, and then you want to play that game with the lead. It's hard for the Undead to always perfectly defend against all that, and XlorD shows that even he is mortal and can make some mistakes sometimes and fall behind.
He is fully mining again, but he's up against 2 bases. 57 supply now for Dise. Can he squeeze in a tier 3 tech? For now, it's just more Dryads. It's a lot more upgrades and a couple more Wisps. XlorD army is tiny.
2 fiends, 2 statues. That's a joke. He's trying at least to level up now. He's got the sacrificial skull. But even for an expansion, it feels so late that it would seem logical that Dise is just going to push and cancel it. XlorD with a monumental task ahead of him here on map 3.
But he's pretty good at what he does. Lich inventory looks good. Belt can be sold for some extra gold here, of course. Experience finally ramping up for XlorD, but we have 3-3 for Dise, 63 supply. Very mobile army, of course, as you have Dryads. Not as mobile as the Undead with the Unholy Aura, but you know, once slow comes into play, that's very, very good. And as long as you're on 2 base, 1 base as a Night Elf, you're very comfortable.
Is going tier 3 now as well. He knows there's no big threat for XlorD to be aggressive right here, so may as well go tier 3, make use of these upgrades later. Keeper eats a little nuke right there. Has the invo potion though. DK out of mana and no mana potion. This looks like a good fight for Dise. Going for the destroyer right away. That one is forced out of the fight. The ghouls who have joined are of course the easiest target in all of this. But the Dryads are still fairly squishy. I love the double armor upgrade here early by Dise. But after all, he doesn't have that many Dryads.
Sends a couple of hurt ones back. Fiends are starting to fall. There's no mana anymore on XlorD. Nothing. So the Fiends are chased by a Demon Hunter now. This looks better and better and better. Even though XlorD is getting kills, it might not be enough. Destroyer comes back in for the Dispel. Saves another Fiend. The micro for XlorD is good.
Yeah, nicely done. The Dryads weren't quite high enough in count to just purely overpower right there. Especially the statue sustained heal is exceptional in these kinds of fights when the damage is low on both sides, especially, well, not exactly low, but not the highest yet either. That might change later as we have the tier 3 coming in. Bears are expected as we see Adept training queued after a bunch more Dryads. 2-2 already queued.
XlorD is closing in on total amount of stuff with army and items and upgrades, but still, this 2 base, 1 base situation must be fixed somehow. And there's no additional acolyte. XlorD, the clock is ticking for him.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gonna go for the red camp now. Dise is trying to intercept. Again, is the army not that big yet? How many Dryads is this? 6 Dryads? Against 4 Fiends and statues, that does not look like it's enough. 5 Fiends.
Wants to contest the red spot. Keeper is in a weird position. Has to move across 2 screens. For XlorD, everything is centered. Makes it a little easier. And I guess Dise realizes I shouldn't risk my advantage here just for 1 item.
Goes for the double wind. I like that. Hippogriffs in the late game, if you have the economy to support it, can be very strong. And XlorD does not have web yet. item for him, Helm of Valor. Items have been pretty damn bad for XlorD. Belt into ring into helm.
On this map, you mean? Yeah. Invis Demon Hunter with a heal scroll and an invul. Very good shop control throughout the board. And what is tier 3 finishing? Oh, Master Bears are approaching. And then this Fiend's probably gonna melt. There's so many things speaking in favor of Dise. Heroes look good. Army now looks good. Catching up in tech. Orb is nearby. And of course, super wells and a lot more upgrades.
Speaking of which, XlorD also with the next attack upgrade. That's a big deal for him. Especially when there's armor upgrades in the Dryads and Bears. You really want to have damage upgrades. There's still a possibility of XlorD. If he gets up to 60, 70 supply, can win a fight. Because the Nilf army at the moment is mostly consistent of Dryads, which in the super late game is not the best, especially not very supply efficient. Hippo comes in, it's gonna trigger a web here probably. There's a Dust Fiend taken out right away, one Destroyer also in problems. Coil is gonna be there, but only one more. The mana burn comes in, DK completely out of mana now, but we see the Dryads once again taking a good bit of damage. But good target fire on the Fiends. They're also dying fast.
Oh yeah, always single target damage. Web is not part of this fight. It's still researching. But I don't think that's going to decide at all. Dise at 63 still. Demon Hunter's going ham. We do have Disease Cloud now with an Abomination. That's a lot of meat in this fight. But also 4-4. Another Fiend dead. I doubt that this A-Bomb can turn this fight around. When Destroyers are dying left, the Fiends are dying right. And everything for XlorD seems to be in shambles.
These hippos were amazing. They ate up so much nuke. Nice staff there as well. They took out the destroyers. This one is gonna be saved. Lich is still hammering away like a little machine gun turret in the middle of everything. Oh, nice unburrow. Good web. Catches the next one, but Dise now with a big supply. And the good thing here for Dise was he killed a lot of undead units and he traded out Dryads that now he can replace with better units, with more bears and more hippos.
You know what scares me a little? Is XlorD's levels. 5, 4, good inventory. There might be something doable just with heroes and focus. But of course he needs to have an army to support this, and currently it's absolutely not the case.
Of course also XlorD is mining efficiently in no upkeep, getting 10 gold per second. Dise is getting 14 more, so not even that much more. Or 14 gold, I should say. 4 gold more in that case, but with a big supply lead. 24 supply lead for him. Did remake more Dryads after the fight, by the way. I feel like he definitely overmakes Dryads, especially in this late game. His bear count is still extremely low.
Okay, Demon Hunter in trouble. Has an Invo Potion, can be staffed. Has an orb, and that's the most important thing. Misses the Keeper at the moment for that sad staff, but there's also no coil, no Nova, just a TP. Reveal at the perfect time to take this Fiend back home.
Demon Hunter would love to be level 5 right here. Somehow he found absolutely no defensive items. On the Demon, you always want to have some bonus HP, some bonus armor. It's kind of squishy. Despite being level 4. Helm of Valor. Let's go.
Alright, maybe you are the prophet nowadays. But first of all... Oh, Web is there now. Makes things for the destroyers a lot easier. But of course, they're also some kind of meat shield. If they're webbed down, all the focus fire ends up on the hippos, and that lets these Dryads reign free. The poison stacks, and one Fiend down. Second one being coiled, but probably for the last time. And it's basically a 360 army surround by Dise here.
Yeah, overwhelming numbers here it seems. The creeps get involved again though, and they do some decent damage. The DK almost surrounded against the trees. Has that invuln. Lots of Dryads going down. The Lich now surrounded. No way to pass that item, and that is finally game. GG called, and Dise will make this a closer series.
And finally we dodged the 3-0. Thank God for Dise here. Fighting back a little bit. He's looking pretty pumped. Talking to himself here. Finally, we see his full face. That hadn't happened, I think, Ever since he's appeared the first time, it took for him to get a map win for him to reveal his entire face. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he reminds me of that neighbor of, what's it called, Tool Time? Always hiding the lower part of his face.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Wilson, I think.
That doesn't ring a bell, but I'm gonna trust you.
Oh, it's called Home Improvement in English. I'm pretty sure he's called Wilson.
Are you sure it's not Alexander?
No, I just Wikipedia'd it. It's Wilson, and he's actually called Wilson. So I'm twice right.
Good job.
All right.
Thank you.
Well done, Neo. Well done.
Unlike about Fox City. It's good to see Dise fight back, but he needs to keep this up now. Like, this was one of those games where it felt like a lot of stuff was going wrong for XlorD more so than just necessarily going right for Dise. So he needs to still try and step it up. All of a sudden, if he goes up 2-2 and he wins the next one, he's got all the momentum in the world. That would be a crazy story here to find that he gets one of those reverse sweep here.
You know what would also be a crazy story? If you would finally join that game, Todd.
Oh my god.
Look at these cute ladies bickering so wonderfully. All right, we're ready for map number 4. It's going to be Northern Isles, and this can be a bit of a tough one for Night Up, especially for second hero leveling. This is something that we keep on getting back to, right? Demon Hunter second needs to level up. On Northern Isles, this is one of the hardest maps to make that work on.
Why though? Ancient of Wars, they move at the speed of light. They hit like gladiators.
With which weapon, though, is the question.
The trident, dude. These little wooden arms, they spark everything.
Yeah, especially if Dise goes for the Tuskar camp first, the Demon Hunter's gonna have not much to go for. But there's a couple of different creep routes you can choose from. This also is another good map for a fast expansion, but XlorD just doesn't seem to be concerned with that option at all at the moment. Well, it's very clear things went wrong in that early game, right? He lost the Acolyte during the tech, and then he lost the DK, so that was far from perfect. XlorD knows what he needs to improve, and this time should probably not skip that Narrow Tower.
There we go. XlorD still on match point. Still only one map away from the semi-final. Away from $800. And of course, the ticket to Stockholm still up for grabs here. But Dise is putting on a fight. Dise is ruining the perfect 3-0 quarterfinals. But Dise is not out of trouble yet. Can XlorD close it out here on Northern Isles? Starting in the bottom left-hand side, once again in mouse boards red. And Dise in the upper right as yellow. So, again, keeper, or where are we going?
99.99% yes, Dise not the guy really to experiment here much, especially now would be a weird time. Just play what you're used to, play what you're comfortable with, and that must be keeper. He almost never plays anything else. Keeper indeed will be the call. XlorD will follow up with a DK, and yeah, it's gonna be what we've seen from before. So it's about execution. You need to have the right creep route, you want to hit the right timings, you want to go for some harass maybe here and there. Worth mentioning though, on this map especially, ghoul solo creeping is really hard to do. The green camps, sure, but you're going to be creeping those with a DK at the beginning probably anyways. The oranges are all too hard to do for just ghouls.
Why is that, Remo?
Well, they got too much HP, they got too much damage, Neo, that's why.
Damn, the map maker should definitely fix that then.
No, it's a good.
I agree, love this map. So creeping starts, XlorD of course has to play a little more careful, I guess. Autumn leaves. Maybe he was a little too sure of himself, of his performance so far. Tried to be cheeky, tried to be greedy, tried to skip the towers. And he has to pay attention to little yellow dots on the map, because Dise really wants to step onto a wisp and cause trouble in the undead main base.
Oh, it's coming in for the Deado. But XlorD aware. Not gonna allow this. Brings the ghoul to the creep a little bit late. To be able to tech faster, maybe. Or maybe not. He is going for the backpack after all. Interesting. So DK harassing now. So I guess the goal here is the ghoul's gonna continue to creep the green camps, get level 2 there. But look at the keeper in the meantime. He's creeping the big camp. Good Acolyte Scout sees this. Would have been sick if he stole it, but doesn't quite get the steal right there. DK on his way over. Nighttime. Not ready yet. This archer might be falling.
But the defense just got a little easier because he got Claw plus 9. Still full HP DK. I wonder if he's aggressive because it's a lot about getting the staff from this shop. 30 seconds. He was probably hoping to be a little more successful by running across the map, but you can see already how he's closing or trying to close in this needle hole, stay in sharp range. He wants the tele staff.
Yeah, and also even if you don't get the item or the creep steal and the item steal right there, you don't want to allow the keeper to get the full camp, because if he gets it, obviously lots of experience, and also he's going to be able to expand on the spot. 1900 hours. Who's going to get the staff?
1.
Big deal.
XlorD got it.
He does have the slightly better ping. Perhaps that was relevant here. He also got the staff.
Player's forces
Going mano-a-mano right now with the keeper.
Archers are coming in to rescue their hero for XlorD. No support. Entangle. Right clicks. Doesn't. Oh!
Jesus.
That was close.
That was really close. Those claws plus 9 helping out nicely.
We do have a new item that the DK can use to heal. The powerful ritual dagger. Helps the entire army over time, but this should be a couple or like a good minute for Dise to wreck this tree.
a town is under siege.
XlorD creeping the natural in the meantime. Should be level 3 or at least very close to it. Isn't even getting the healing cancel. That's pretty nice. And the keeper wanting to get that level 3. Doesn't quite have it yet. Finishes the greens. Should be enough, right? Yeah, must be.
Forces are under attack.
Solid game for Dise, right? Force the TP. Expo timing is alright. It's about to get tier 2. We're gonna have Demon Hunter and gets level 3. So far, so good.
Well. Claw plus 9, of course, for XlorD. Really good for the Lich. And I don't see a Wisp nearby. When does the cooldown reset for the staff, Remo?
It's very long. 2 minutes.
Hey, that's a long time. Okay, so no chance to step onto something, no chance to step out of something. And I guess with having forced the TP and the ritual dagger, Dise is already satisfied with this?
Yeah, I guess so. Could also go for some sneaky creeping. Pull out the null in the middle, snipe the item. That's always a fan favorite.
Love how XlorD is double checking with the skeleton if Dise is going for that tele staff or not.
Yeah. And he did. The 2 minutes were actually up. So he's got a tele staff now as well. XlorD's lumber was low a bit, but with 7 ghouls on lumber, that's going to rectify itself very quickly. Tier 3 coming, so is the Lich, and now the Slaughterhouse should be next.
Yeah, I never thought the 2 minutes were up already, but I guess time flies when in good company, eh?
It sure does. Demon Hunter comes out.
Player's forces are under attack.
Should be creeping now. The Toskar camp.
Forcing
A bit of damage from this.
Nice to use the illusion to force the tele staff. Now it's on cooldown, and the keeper is hiding behind the barricades. So how do you react to this now? This okay with the Lich maybe.
Is under siege.
I mean, XlorD is on notice right now. He knows about the illusions. He knows the real keeper could be coming right after. He know about the illusion though.
Oh, he
Staff
stepped onto
in.
no!
What a time! Oh, so it turns out that Nova was good on the illusion. Actually.
Yeah. Oh man, what a play! What a nice idea by by Dise, but also what a sweet defense.
Yeah, that's so important. But even if he's not getting these Acolyte kills, what he's making sure of is that the Lich across the map doesn't coil Nova the archers and take him out.
Yeah.
Demon Hunter got the Toskar camp. That was level 2. But that's what I was talking about. It's hard to level up to 3. He's trying to go for the merchant, but oh boy, that could very easily be a creepjack.
Well, probably with only the DK. The Keeper is creating so much space. Engine of War is here to help. DK seems a little confused.
XlorD is misreading this right now. He was checking the other camps. He wasn't considering the merchant. That's the first mistake by XlorD this game. This shouldn't have been so easily acquirable for the Demon Hunter. He's gonna get the big item. But DK is gonna steal as much XP as he can. And it's just not quite enough for level 3 Demon, these middle camps.
Subi Mask is of course excellent for Keeper of the Grove. Finally the Lich is here, preparing everything with the Nova, and of course a Coil Keeper out of this situation, but XlorD is following. Needs something to get out. Oh my god, just like that. XlorD is back in this game, and the door to the semifinal is wide open.
Are under attack.
He is going to go for the Tavern Revive, not going to wait for the altar. That's very expensive. Level 3 hero? What is that? 520 gold or something? Right around there. That means no healed scroll. That means Dryad production stops. That means perhaps fewer upgrades. That hurt.
But it's not unrecoverable, of course. Next middle camp goes to Dise as well, and that's finally level 3. Ankh of Reincarnation, actually a pretty good item in this matchup. And XlorD staying a little more passive, but not for much longer. You see it in the bottom left-hand side, the production is ramping up. We got Ghoul Frenzy, Destroyer upgrade, level 2, good inventory on the ledge. Just the decay might be a little exposed.
XlorD could choose to go right now or creep one more camp. With Frenzy Ghouls especially, these Tuskars are taken out swiftly. Would love to pick up one more item. Moving into the middle, he did not get the invul. So Dise was able to grab that one. And he got the heal scroll as well. Alright, Dise stabilizing, sitting at 50.
There is Nature's Blessing. There is a heal potion. There's an invul, Ankh, another invul, staffs, TP. That should all be safe. How aggressive is XlorD gonna be? Another pit stop? The last one wasn't too successful.
A player's forces
Only
are
a
under
crystal
attack.
ball, and the invul is still on cooldown.
Why is it circlet?
Yeah.
XlorD creeping weirdly, only with like half his army. Sent back a lot of ghouls. One ghoul's gonna drop here. Oh, and Dise might be able to steal the big creep.
Oh man. If a Dryad is able to do it, sign her up for the Olympics.
There's an Acolyte here, by the way. Seems like XlorD wants to expand now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Close to the Night of Expo. Interesting.
Dise has a small supply lead, but I wonder if this is enough. Big moments here. Who's gonna get the red spot? There's so much experience. One of the biggest items on the map. Demon Hunter in trouble. Heal potion. Focus fire switches to the Magnetor Reaver. And oh, is that a reward here? Ancient Django of Endurance. Max movement speed now. Good luck escaping without a staff. But there's the staff.
Does he make a new Acolyte? Nope. No new Acolyte. Ghouls going down, and Dise seems to be looking pretty good. He's still able to produce en masse. XlorD, of course, very fast with the chase. DK block, that might be level 4 for him. Is there a staff? Oh, no, but a deny.
Damn. Expansion bottom right. Switching gears, but Wisp is ready for Dise. He saw this coming and he sends the Keeper over immediately. Rest of the army is trying to buy space, but it can't prevent level 4. And this is now an incredible amount of movement speed.
Yeah, that's sick. Keeper shows up. XlorD with a lot of gold. 700 there just a moment ago. Now he broke into upkeep. More fiends, more statues. We only have one destroyer so far. A lot of these Dryads are hurt already. This is not looking like a solid army at the moment. The AP is holding the line for now. DK in the front. Low mana already, by the way. And here comes the mana burn out of Invis. No coils for XlorD here.
And no mana potion either. Last bit on Nova, or second last maybe. Dryads are falling. XlorD retreating for now, but here's the Keeper trying to prevent that with the Entangle. Potion used on the Demon Hunter. This is Dice's tournament life on the line. And of course his dream to go to Sweden. 2 Fiends down already, doing good damage. But how long can this Demon Hunter survive? Dryads are falling left, right, and center as well. It's a massacre.
Lots of fiends falling. I think this is good for Dise, isn't it? All the fiends have been taken out, every single one of them. Waiting for the invul potion to be over. It is now, but still the Ankh left available. Lich getting focused snack. He's level 4 already. The right clicks hurt a lot from this Lich.
Potion.
He's got the heal potion, has to use it now. Involve the keeper as well. We now turn towards hero focus. XlorD has no TP anymore, remember. Oh my god, the staff! At the very last moment. The Moonju is looking okay. Is it enough to heal up again?
More and more Dryads are falling here as well. We have one more coil soonish if he's in statue range. But oh, he needs it now! He needs it yesterday! Statue comes in for a little bit of healing. Is it enough? The Ancient Protector! Coil in time! The statue movement for the win! Town Portal forced as well.
gosh.
What a sequence between these two. But XlorD is alive and kicking, yeah, for sure. But he never counter-expanded.
Necropolis is standing down there. It could make another Acolyte. Lots of units coming in from the main, bringing the ghouls. All the ghouls. And the fiends that were trying to heal. Demon Hunter back from the main healed. Not entirely fully healed, though. Trying to get the invul potion. Oh, that's a big deal.
Oh,
this
yeah.
invul so important for both these guys.
Also love the Ring of Protection plus 3 for once, 4 heroes. We always talk a lot about tempo in WarCraft 3. This match is now up to 180 miles an hour. Dise, 57 supply. Is that enough? These ghouls are so fast, trying to prevent the retreat again. This time, there's only the Ankh. Does he want to staff once more? That might use all the Moonjus, but it's nighttime. He's regenerating a little bit. XlorD expanding now.
Lots of experience on these undead heroes. DK gonna get level 5. It's only a matter of time at this point. Could get it here at the lab. And yes, the expansion is coming. There's one Wisp close by to scout. But even if he sees it, it doesn't seem like Dise in a position right now to get that cancelled.
No. XlorD's army is ready to compete with a couple of Dryads and Dise. Oh, another Claw plus 9. This Lich is now officially a Super Lich. Shout out to Rotti. Dise needs tier 3. He's on the way, but it's 90 seconds away.
It's Dise so fast. Lich, by the way, doesn't have an invuln. It's on the DK. Could he be in trouble? I don't know. Team Hunter, he's for sure in trouble, dude. These last millisecond stabs, man, giving me a heart attack.
Keeps the Ankh for a big fight later, but can't prevent level 5 DK anymore. It feels like XlorD is getting more and more confident after every fight. Dise has the time, going to the middle, Invis Potion and Heal Scroll again. Isn't it too late now to go for the base if he wants to go for it? It's of course a good scout, but that's about it. Lich is closing in on 5.
DK still comes a bit of experience here.
Another claw.
You can't even fit all these items.
Of course you can. Damage.
Plus 28, dude. Ooh, baby.
And the attack speed. He got 2 gloves and the endurance aura.
Players' forces are under attack.
Definitely needs a mana pot on the DK though, I think. If the mana is
Yeah.
completely burned from the DK and then the Lich gets targeted,
Yeah.
you for sure do not want to lose this Lich.
Couple of good items in the marketplace, but money is rare. You need it all for the tier 3 upgrades.
Boy.
That could have been game right there if not for the staff, but Dise has the finger on the trigger.
This is again the Demon Hunter without HP items. He is just pretty squishy, especially if the DK gets 5 and the Lich is about to get 5 soon as well. XlorD pushing again. He goes for the safety TP. I like that. He's got the expansion now. No need to risk too much here.
I agree. You can always be threatened by Focus Fire, by Entangle, maybe even by Orb, but Dise doesn't want to fight now. He still does. Backstepping with the Dryads was a sweet idea, but Burrow is ready. Do we have a wheel? Yes, we do. The Destroyer might be in a lot of trouble if Dise decides to focus on it, but he doesn't. Coils are ready. Demon Hunter a little far away. He can die. He has an Ankh, but the Lich can't. Invo Potion passed, though, with the Claws plus 9 transferred. Demon Hunter will be back in a second, though.
Quick heads up play, that was important. Lich now is exposed. TP already given over. Man, that was sick. Drops the claws on the ground, gives him the invul and gives him the TP right after. All the heroes survive, but it was a close call.
Big brain plays by XlorD. And now we're about to have 2-base. But okay, Haunted might take a little bit. Did he blow that up? Didn't he expand a lot earlier?
Oh yeah, he did. There was a sapper. Absolutely.
I was wondering, like, when did he find the time to arrange the Acolyte so perfectly in the circles? But yeah, must have been a sapper then.
Yeah, must have been 2 sappers, I believe. So that was again expensive. Looking at Dice's army right now, it's pretty small, and he's not very rich. So that was a good play.
Town is under
It
siege.
slows down the economy a lot for XlorD, but it came at a pretty hefty price.
Everything comes at a price. Level 4 Demon Hunter so close. Another invul potion. Getting more control here. XlorD making sure to push that wisp away. You're not going for more of these pesky trolls.
A player's forces are
Demon
under
Hunter
attack.
really needs this. Level 4. Maybe a Tome of Strength? Every little thing helps.
Knowledge.
Pick it up, bro. It's a sacred text. Oh, I was about to say.
Oh man. Look
The
how
seal and the
cute.
penguin were guarding it.
Yeah, right? How cute how they're hanging out there. Maybe they were on a secret date and Dise disrupted that.
He left them alone. He's like, all right, guys. Have a nice evening.
I just want my book.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bears
Knowledge
region.
power.
Roar so helpful now. Reju so helpful now. Double invul potion. No second orb yet, but they're very, very, very expensive. Magnetor Reaver still up for grabs. XlorD about to get it. That's the last big camp.
XlorD has no TP anymore, so he might be getting caught in a weird position, but of course his move speed is insane.
Yeah.
Helm of Valor, that is not the greatest item.
Invul early.
Invul forced early. Out of the fight, and that's Invul on cooldown for a long time now. Coil Nova against the Keeper, he has to use Invul as well. Both Invul forced outside of a fight.
Reju on top. Is that enough? 7-second safety is over soon. Coil arrives, but the healing last second. Oh man. Dise hanging on by a thread, but he's not falling. Not yet. 5-5 heroes pushing against the Night Elf base. Moonwells doesn't look too good. Demon Hunter under a lot of pressure. Staff is on cooldown for 3 more seconds. Has to move out. 2 fiends burrowed already, but there is reveal. Bears are opening this up once again. Coil Nova, Demon Hunter. He wants Darksorrow out of this fight, and there's always a little bit of healing with the rest of the army. Where are the bears, Remo?
They've all disappeared, it's only up to the Dryads, but those don't fare too well against the Fiends, and of course against this Lich. This Demon Hunter is somehow able to heal up time and time again, but now the healing might be out. The last bit of Moon Juice, he used the Moonstone. A-Bomb's now in the mix as well, and the Z-Cloud could be coming in soon also. Nice saves on the Destroyers at the meantime. All these heroes kind of in trouble. No Invul Potion anywhere anymore.
What a fight. 2 Dryads about to drop. The Demon Hunter about to drop. He got a target on his back, that's for sure. Dise at 53 only. If the hero falls, that's it. That's his DreamHack Winter. And he's getting closer, closer, closer. There's a shop. Can he reach? Oh my god!
With 3 HP, he barely survives, but with only 250, can he go back into the fight? It's hard to do. He's trying to go for his own hero kill, but the Destroyer's there. The Impulse on point. The Demon in trouble once again. Staff must be ready. Staff must be used.
Staff is
Not
ready.
Yet.
But not on the Keeper. Can he buy a new one? No! Nova kills him level 6, and that's Aura. Demon Hunter getting another Destroyer shot, and he falls too. Alea Acta S. Dise is out.